Hello and welcome to Yoga with me, Yogi Cecily. I'm here bringing you another fresh little video of yoga vinyasa. Today I wanted to focus on flow sequence, like really creative flow sequences, and how you can design them if you're a teacher and how you can enjoy them if you're a student. So I'm going to give you a short video of just a few little sequence vignettes. Before we get started, I am Yogi Cecily. You can find me on Instagram as Cecily_Yogi. You can find this video on YouTube. On YouTube, I am Yogi Cecily. You can find out everything that I'm doing on my website, Cecily'sYogaRetreats.com. And we do have a retreat coming up this year, August 11th, 2023. Go to my website, again, www.Cecily'sYogaRetreats.com, and read all about that. Now, I always thank everyone in advance for supporting the channel and everything that I do. Yogi life is not a rich and wealthy life, and so I'm bringing the yoga to you, and I hope you appreciate it. You can make donations to venmo.com/Cecily-guest. All right, those are all the deets. Let's start with some yoga flow sequencing. Now, it's nice to give an opening flow that maybe starts with a child's pose. I'm going to come on out and just take a moment and enjoy the child's pose. I always tell my students, the wider the knees and the wider the hands, the greater the chance that the chest will come down. And so you make a nice wide platform. From the child's pose, come up to all fours, inhale, and then downward facing dog, exhale. From there, walk your hands back to your feet. That's a nice stretch, forward fold. Then stand all the way up, reach your arms up. Exhale back into your forward fold and walk all the way out to plank. Look towards your left, make a side plank with the left arm reaching up and over across the ear. Go back to downward facing dog. Good, and take the child's pose. Now that's half of the sequence I want to give you. That's half of it. So let's roll half of it 2 more times. From the child's pose, take a breath. Then downward facing dog, inhale, exhale. Take another breath, inhale. On the exhale, walk your hands back. And then stand all the way up, inhaling, palms together or separate. Add a little back bend if you like. Exhale, forward fold, hands to the floor. Walk all the way out to plank. Look to the left. Make a side plank on the left. Look how the arm reaches across. I've got staggered feet. Good. And then downward facing dog. Gosh, and the child's pose. Well, I just love this sequence already. It's just a great warmer upper. Downward facing dog, all fours and downward dog. Walk the hands back to the feet, exhale. Standing all the way up, inhale. And exhale, forward fold. So it's nice just to get right into it. Walk out to plank. Look to the left. Look, I'm going to pivot on my feet, stagger my feet, and make the side plank. So good. Downward facing dog. All right, now the right leg will lift. Lovely. Bend and arc in the air. It's almost like you're going to go to flip the dog. You take that leg back up straight and step it forward to a low lunge. Lift the arms into a low crescent warrior, and then bring the hands behind your back. Bow the head and shoulders forward for a simple low humble. Now this can go lower, but let's just do all of that again. So downward facing dog. Great. Hold and breathe. The right leg will lift, So good. Bend and hook in the air. And straighten and step forward. A low crescent, drop the left knee, raise the arms. As much back bend as you like. Hands behind the back, these are straight arms. Lift the arms off of the back, bow your head to simple low humble. It's a simple variation. Hands to the floor, downward facing dog. All right, so that's the second half facing right. So let's do all of that again. Right leg will lift. Bend and arc in the air. You could go flip the dog rock star, but we're warming up. The right leg will straighten and step. Drop the left knee. Low crescent with or without back bend. Hands behind the back. Easy, low, humble, working the arms off of the back. And then the hands come to the floor. Great. You see how that's facing the right side. Let's go to Prasarita Padottanasana. Stand all the way up. Inhale, stretching. Exhale, forward fold. Again, standing all the way up. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. And one more, standing all the way up. Inhale. So we're just warming up. And exhale, forward fold. Turn to the left side, downward facing dog. My students know I love to do this right and left side mat. It's confusing to some people, but very convenient for the online and virtual yoga. You can see everything. There's no dark side. Let's go from the top, child's pose. Inhale, exhale. All fours position, come up, inhale. Downward dog is the exhale. Walk your hands back to your feet. Stand all the way up is the inhale. And forward fold is the exhale. Remember all of that from the beginning. Walk out to plank. Staggered feet, side plank. Right arm goes up. Reach across your ear. And back to downward dog. Let's add in the second portion. That's the left leg will lift. Right? Bend and hook in the air. Left leg up. Left foot step forward, lunge. Low crescent. And lifting. Then the hands go behind the back. And the head bow for a simple humble. Like not as low, not as intense. Okay, 2 more times. The entire sequence facing left. From downward dog to a child's pose. All right, that will work. We like it. So downward facing dog, inhale, exhale. Walk your hands back to your feet. Stand all the way up, inhale. All right, exhale, forward fold. You've got it now, right? Walk out plank. So people ask for different kinds of videos. Yeah, downward facing dog. Some people say, well, can you make short videos where we just flow, I can follow? So this is that. Left leg is lifted, bend and arc. You're almost gonna go to flip the dog and straighten out the left leg, step it forward for a low crescent. Good, and so this is where, okay, I'm doing it with you, hands behind the back, low humble. We're getting a sweat. Downward facing dog, inhale, exhale. Good, and a child's pose. This is what I want to tell you if you're following along, especially my new teachers, right? One is slow down. So here's the whole sequence, all fours, downward dog. Give them a breath. Walk your hands back to your feet. Stand all the way up, inhaling with or without back bend. Exhale, forward fold. Give them a breath. Walk out plank. We're looking to the right. The right arm goes up, side plank. Feels so good. Downward facing dog. You see, the left leg will lift. Give them a breath. It will bend and hook in the air. I think people are very interested in flowing fast. step forward lunge. And then other people will say, no, no, yoga is slow. Okay. And what I'm saying is pay attention. Give yourself a breath, at least one breath before moving into the new position. Okay? Hands down and pause. All right, so Prasarita Padottanasana. Stand all the way up, inhaling, and exhale, forward fold. Let's do the whole sequence on the right side. Downward facing dog, inhale. What do I like about this sequence? There's no chaturanga. Y'all know I love that. I mean, I like chaturanga, but too much sometimes. What about an opening sequence that doesn't have it at all, but we're still working in the arms? Child's pose, all fours. Inhale, downward dog. Exhale. Walk your hands back to your feet. Inhale and exhale. Stand all the way up, up, up as your inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Walk out to plank. I have one student, Susie. She goes so fast. Look to your left side, side plank. I'm always saying, Susie, slow down. Breathe. Good. Downward facing dog. That means right leg lift. Some people might think I'm going fast. Hook. This could be flip the dog rock star. Straighten out the right leg in downward dog, then step it forward and crescent. Arms up, back bending. Then hands behind the back. A simple humble. This could be a full humble warrior. Hands down. Okay, now I want to get over to the other side by going to a left side warrior 2. Up and over to a left side warrior 2. Now there you start to see the spinning arms, yes? Good. And then up and over to a right side twisted warrior. So now we're on to the second flow, to a right side twisted half moon. Okay, we like this. Good. To a right side crescent, a high crescent warrior. We like that. To a right side sitting skandasana. I'm going not so big, not so low. All right, that's a lot. Prasarita Padottanasana. When you're putting your flows together for yourself or other people, think of it in sections and do one side several times. You know what I'm saying? So let's go from here to the right side again, downward facing dog. Take a breath. Good. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Take the right leg, lift, and step it forward. And for a moment, just drop the left knee. That's the end of the first sequence. Yes? Yes. Good. Where do we go? Up and over. I use up and over a lot to a left side warrior 2. Check the flow in the arms. You've got to figure out how you want to flow your arms. So they can flow many different ways. Then this goes up and over to a right side rotated or reverse warrior 2. This becomes a right side reverse half moon. Now this is what I'll say, we're on the dark side in that I'm not facing you. I would like to face you though, so we step back and go to a crescent warrior. Oh, so good. And a right side skandasana. Hi, I'm facing you. Isn't that nice? Prasarita Padottanasana. Awesome. Look up and go to the left side, downward dog. So what do we have in these sequences? There's no chaturanga, just nice flow between the leg energy and the arm energy. Let's go ahead, lift your left leg, just a little, not a big deal. Step it forward in a low lunge and pause. Remind yourself, where are you? What are you doing? How does this work? Good. This is the end of the first part facing left. Hi, left side. So you have to remind yourself, oh, it's a right side warrior two. See, there's so many different ways to flow the arms. You just got to get to this right side warrior two. And the form gets better and better. Becomes a left side rotated or reverse warrior two. Got to figure out how you're going to spiral your arms. Good. Becomes a rotated half moon. Got to figure out where you are. We're on the dark side of the left side. This becomes a crescent warrior. Left foot forward, both arms up, a high crescent warrior lunge. Right? Good, which becomes an easy skandasana. Sometimes I call it a half skandasana. I'm not sitting all the way down. Okay, prasarita. Also, when you're building your sequences, you're taking class or you're an instructor building sequences, just try to stay behind. You know where it's going. Like some people have it memorized. They're going so fast. But no, we're going to do the left side again. Nice and easy so we really have it. Downward dog facing left. So especially for any teachers watching this, if you are a teacher watching and you're learning from me, well, make a donation. I'll take $5. I mean, you know, you learned something, you're going to copy it, you're going to write it down, you're going to use it in class. I don't mind. It's all yoga to me. And I want to keep bringing you these videos. So that's Venmo. It is Venmo, venmo.com/Cecily, that's my name, -guest, G-U-E-S-T. So you can do that. Definitely subscribe to the site and do all of the other good things. Show me love. We're on the left side. Take your left leg lift, step your left foot forward into a low lunge and pause. Where am I? What am I doing? Right? It's the second half. I need a right side warrior two. Yes. And you have to figure out how you want to flow your arms. Becomes a left side rotated warrior two, or reverse warrior two, or a reverse lunge. Reverse half moon. I like to say rotated. People like reverse. It's really rotated. Crescent warrior. Slow down. Get the positions. Do work in the asana. Don't be so concerned with the flow that you're not present in the pose that you're in. Becomes a left side sitting on the left side, skandasana. Good. Prasarita Padottanasana. Now you understand why I like to work right to left. There's a natural pause. There's a natural punctuation. Stand all the way up, inhaling. Exhale, forward fold. If people get lost, this is home base. Let's go to the right side, downward dog. And we're going to put the two sides together, and that's going to be it for today. Make a child's pose. All right. So, all fours, inhale, exhale. Downward dog, inhale and exhale. Walk your hands back to your feet. Oh, so good. Stand all the way up, inhaling. Exhale, forward fold. Walk out to plank. Okay, where am I? What am I doing? Look to the left side, side plank. Can you lift a leg? Can you make it more difficult? Yes, but it's already pretty difficult to remember, right? Downward facing dog. Good, right leg lift, hook it in the air. Right leg straighten, step forward, crescent warrior. Yeah. Hands behind the back, low humble. I am going to start to work my head lower and my arms higher. I do like that. Hands down. Where am I? This becomes warrior two. Yes, on the left side. Less complicated arms. This becomes rotated, reverse, warrior two, reversing the lunge. This becomes the reverse half moon. right? Don't get so caught up in the sequence that you can't pause for the position. Then the lovely high crescent warrior, which becomes Skandasana sitting on the right. Prasarita Padottanasana. See the way that I put that in? Stand all the way up, inhaling. Exhale, forward fold, left side, downward facing dog. So if people are lost, you have to give them a home base. Downward dog's a pretty good home base. Prasarita is a good home base. There has to be a place like, all right, we know we're done with that right side. Left side, child's pose. Thank God it starts with a child's pose. Isn't that nice? It's like, oh, nice. And downward facing dog. Inhale, exhale. What's next? Breathe. Walk your hands back to your feet. Stand all the way up, inhaling. Oh, gosh. Exhale, forward fold. Walk out to plank. We like that. Okay, now where am I? What am I doing? There's no chaturanga. Look to the right side plank. Right? All the time doing chaturanga vinyasa is just you're trying to find a punctuation. And there are other ways to punctuate the class, right? To end a phrase. Left leg is going to lift. Yes. And then hook in the air. Good. Left leg will lift. Step forward, low crescent. Now, of course, this is a short video. It's the low humble. And so you can just go back to the beginning or scrub back, scrub back and do it again and again. Left side, warrior two. Simple arms. I kept it simple, so I know what I'm doing. Don't go so fast, especially these lunges. Don't go so fast that you can't get into them, yes? It's the reverse revolving lunge. Right. The reverse, the revolving, half moon. Oh, my. And then the crescent, straight up, high crescent. And then sitting Skandasana. I call them lateral lunges sometimes to the left. Here's your punctuation, Prasarita. Woohoo! All right. Well, I'm just gonna jump into squat. And that's the entire video for today. Isn't it nice? Isn't it good? I hope it's followable. Remember, subscribe, like, comments are good too. A few more comments. What would you like me to do next? I have no idea. Definitely go to the site, to my YouTube, right, where I am Yogi Cecily. And then look at the playlist. I have beginner yoga, morning yoga, all kind of different things once you really get into the page. So please go in there and then you make your own playlist. You make your own favorite video collection just for you. And then let me know what you would like me to add to your collection. So again, on Instagram, I'm Cecily_Yogi. If you go to website, it's www.cecilysyogaretreats.com. You can subscribe to the website and get my newsletter and know everything that I'm doing. That's what I got for you today. So good to see you. I hope you have a wonderful and pleasant day or evening.